is the Football Martin channel, and this is the Transfer Show.
Letizia. Here he is, Matt Letizia is back in the grand manner. Armstrong! Southampton announce their Wembley arrival.
That is a terrific goal. Humdinger.
As brings down the ball, that's fantastic. No offside. He's put Cienza through. Cienza's in behind Devlin in the box. Just man to beat and does so.
Good goal, good play.
Leo Cienza wakes up at Fratton Park. Prowse, he is going to have a dart. It's a wonderful, wonderful goal from James Ward-Prowse.
From Ricky Lambert, a pure strike right into the top corner. No chance for Asmir Begovic.
Oh, tremendous equaliser. Oh, what a goal that was within seconds of the restart. Marian Bahars has brought Southampton level.
It's small ball! Now the city roars! That is a fantastic finish.
Hello everybody, welcome back. It's the Football Martin channel, it's the Transfer Show. Mostly Saints news today because there's not loads of transfer chat to talk about, but we will cover the stories that we do have. There's not loads breaking, and I'm surprised, and I'm sure you are as well as a fan, at the lack of business so far. It has been so very quiet. Make sure you get involved in the chat if you're watching live. I will bring in a few of your comments as we go along. I hope that you're all well. I hope that you are having a great week. Glad that the derby's been and gone. I don't know how you feel about that, but literally I'd had a gutful of it by sort of Monday afternoon. The bitterness, the nastiness, I think it was both sides really, but some of the Portsmouth fans are so vindictive and nasty. Some of the stuff I read across social media was quite incredible, I thought. Not particularly pleasant. Some of the things that were said on some of the tweets I put out, literally unbelievable stuff, and be glad that that derby won't be happening for a period of time. But it is a bitter rivalry. Shame it wasn't covered properly in TV coverage. A lot of people dropping me DMs, messages about it. I totally agree with all your comments. It was poorly broadcasted, muted on Sky Sports Plus. We've gone on and on about it. I'm just really glad it's over. But before we do come on to the Saints transfer news, we'll talk about the latest news surrounding the club and reflecting upon that game at the weekend. Portsmouth and Southampton will both face FA charges after the South Coast derby on Sunday. Portsmouth and Saints have both been hit with charges by the Football Association following a heated incident at Fratton Park. The game is gone, by the way. The game is absolutely gone. That clash in the 69th minute, it was Flynn Downs and Zach Swanson that had that challenge just at the other side of the halfway line when Flynn Downs went flying in. Both clubs are accused of failing to ensure players acted properly. The ref stood there and did absolutely nothing at the time. And yeah, it looks like we could potentially get another fine. Both clubs have till Friday to respond to the FA charges. Only last week, Saints accepted a fine after the Coventry City game. It's around £22,500 over player conduct after that game with Coventry City at St Mary's just before Christmas. Coventry, after that, were fined £30,000. They didn't respond. Saints did, and it was reduced for that reason, but there could be another fine incoming. Give me your opinions and your thoughts. Is the game gone? I kind of feel that it is. It was a proper heated game, wasn't it? And you get clashes. It does happen, but I don't think for 1 minute anybody was massively out of order. I think, like you say, Seth Burton, thanks for joining, mate. Hope you're well. I think we just accept the fine. It was the most entertaining bit about the game. I think you're right, because it wasn't a lot, was there, other than Leo and the goal. A good clash like that was exactly what we wanted to see. Thank you for joining. Thank you for everyone that's in the live. Someone else said Sky's coverage gets worse weekly. Consistent replays, missing live play. Yeah, and I've noticed a lot of missing of live play. I hate all these different camera angles. Some of the refs down at St Mary's this season have absolutely been awful. It's good to be here and do this show. I know there's not loads of transfer chat, but it's a good chance of a bit of a Saints chat, Saints social, so to speak. I've got Cameron Archer on the right-hand side of your screen. He is the subject of a bit of speculation this evening. Alex Crook from TalkSport has tweeted a tweet this evening. He's gone on to say that Southampton are looking to bring a striker in before Monday's deadline. We're only at the end of the window, lads. It could pave the way, he said, for either Adam Armstrong or Cameron Archer to depart. Both players are attracting plenty, he says, of interest. And I was told by a very good source in mainstream media today, Southampton have had no bids, by the way, for Adam Armstrong. There's been no bids. I was told that from a very good source today. But Cameron Archer is a man that it sounds like he's in demand. He's he was linked with Leeds back last January, and also Bournemouth were very interested in him as well. He had Premier League suitors. I don't think he would have Premier League suitors at the moment, but Cameron Archer's not played a lot of football, is he? It's hardly getting any game time. I see his days well and truly numbered. I think if any striker goes out the door, you think it would be him, unless Saints get a bid. I would say it would have to be over sort of, what do you reckon, Armstrong? Over 10 million to let him go? We'll come on to Armstrong shortly. But Cameron Archer, 4 goals. That's all he scored in all competitions. 23 appearances, though the majority have been off the bench. 1 assist. He has had 26 shots. Goal conversion rate of 15%. That's particularly low. But he's not played a great deal of football. Not been able to get any run of form, has he? Only 892 minutes. He's not had a lot of football. And I keep thinking, this guy will come alive at some stage. He will come alive, but he's not going to when he's not getting any game time. I don't think he got on in the derby at the weekend. But Cameron Archer, speculation surrounding his future. Would you let him go, Saints fans? Cameron Archer. I'm not sure what happens with Archer. I've got a funny feeling he may end up out the door. They still want to reduce the squad. Eckert had a press conference today. We should touch upon what Eckert had to say. There is a bit of team news, actually. We'll come on to that in a short while. But like we say, they're looking to do some business. It could be busy in the next 5 days. 5 days to the window shut. We are leaving things lastminute.com here. Eckert has addressed some speculation around Armstrong as well. We're going to come on to that one. But he does expect the club to be busy. Lots of conversations, he said, with recruitment, the board, players. At the same time, we have an important game to prepare for. It's a busy period. The good news is that the game is Saturday lunchtime, nice and early. Get it out of the way and then go do your transfer business on Saturday night and Sunday. Come on, lads. We need to get a striker in. Despite the distraction of the transfer business, Eckert has praised the medical department. Very good point. It doesn't get spoken about a lot, but one of my very close friends that's tuning in, I would think he will tune in at some stage. He worked as a physio, worked inside the medical team at a Premier League club. I chatted to him a little while ago, and he was said to me, actually, fair play to Saints. He said they do very well in terms of keeping players fit. He said when you look around the Championship and a lot of the other clubs, they've got loads of issues with injuries. And he's absolutely right. Saints are in good shape. He went on to say, Eckert, today that around 96% of players fit, which is really good news, isn't it? I think it's brilliant. Cienza talking about fitness. We should come on to it quickly. It's a bit of team news. Cienza's obviously picked up an injury at the weekend. The good news is he is recovering well. He's training away from the group, said Eckert today. He's desperate to help the team. And when I met Leo and interviewed him, he said that all he wants to do is help the team. All he kept talking about is helping his teammates, helping the team. That's what he wants to do. He'll be desperate to play in the game. He won't want to miss any game time, that's for sure. He said that he's fine. They had a scan, absolutely clear. He's separately from the group at the moment. Very positive that he will make the weekend. He want to play. I think Eckert wants him available as well. So we will hopefully, fingers crossed, see Leo Cienza on the pitch at the weekend. So Cameron Archer, he is the subject of interest. We'll come back onto a bit of transfer news now. We'll come to some of your chat as well. We will look at the news surrounding Adam Armstrong now, because Adam Armstrong is at the centre of a bit of transfer speculation, because there was talks today that Middlesbrough were in negotiations with him. don't believe that to be the case at the moment anyway. But Adam Armstrong is a player that could potentially leave. A lot of Saints fans are split on this. Lot of opinion on this one. Are you for him going? Yes or no? What would you accept for Adam Armstrong? I think it would have to be in excess of 10 million if they're going to let him go. And I actually do believe that if they get 10 million and over for Adam Armstrong, I think he will go. The cover photo to this video is Wrexham. A lot of talk, they were interested in him. That was long-running speculation, really, because they were interested back in the summer. But they're saying today that he's quite keen from a few of the speculation. We don't know, but the speculation is saying that he's keen to move back to the northeast, and Middlesbrough look to be a potential destination for him. We will have a look at a little bit of the transfer business at other clubs as well in this show. If you keep an eye on that carousel on the right-hand side, I have gone through a couple of the key clubs and put some of their business done so far. So keep an eye out for that, and we will talk about it very shortly as well. But Adam Armstrong, could he go? Yes or no? I don't think you can let him go, and I've said it on plenty of these transfer shows, plenty of these live streams, that I would want to be keeping him unless someone really adequate is coming in. If Borough expect to go up, they won't need Adam Armstrong. They're right in the mess. He won't. Yeah, he struggle if they go up. That's for sure. Medical staff will set up. Yeah, it's been good for years. We're talking about the medical team a minute ago. Adam Armstrong missed 1-on-1, so come on, he needed to score that early chance, didn't he? Really, really did. It was a massive one. Someone else saying there, Leo will break our hearts. Will he break our hearts? That's the big question. I think if we don't go up, he will be the subject of a lot of speculation come the summer, I would think. If you have any issues with the audio, if you're watching live, just press refresh and it will bring it back up to speed. Dan's in the live. Dan Smith, thank you for joining me this evening, my friend. Good evening. If Adam Armstrong leaves, let's hope they have someone in line to replace him. Not a big fan of Ross Stewart. Ross Stewart has his uses. I just don't think you can rely on him being fit. And hopefully the medical team are not looking at it thinking, well, he's got fit, he's playing a bit of football. Hold on, we don't need to go out and get anyone. Well, they've let Damien Downs go. And I need to rewatch that interview back with Johannes Spores with BBC, I think it was. And the Echo back a couple of months ago when we were on that good run. I thought he went on and said that they wouldn't be letting any striker go without bringing one in. Sammy Smodic is on the right-hand side of the carousel. He's coming in under interest. Southampton's interest, I put low. By the way, if you're seeing that, there's no speculation to him. I'm just saying it could be, it's a very low interest because there's probably no interest. But Sammy Smodic, by the way, is probably going to leave Ipswich during this window. He can't get a great deal of game time, and they have had a bid from Derby for 8 million Ipswich. And I was told today by an Ipswich fan they have turned it down. Southampton transfer business is on the right-hand side of your screen. Last player out the door was Ryan Fraser-Downs. Ronnie Edwards, Gavin Bazunu, all out the door. Zach Ayo, he was playing for the under 18s. He's been undisclosed fee to Salford City, but the transfer business has been quiet. No players in. Downs out on loan, and I don't think he started particularly well from what I've seen. I do keep an eye on his performances, like his average ratings on SofaScore and also Flash Score. Don't think he set the world alight yet, but it's early days, isn't it? There is an option to buy, but he's going to have to perform to do that. Bazunu, obviously out. That's on the carousel. Picked up that injury. He's out of action for a while. I did sit down with Irish Fan TV today, and they were doing a feature on the Southampton Irish players, which was quite an interesting one to do, actually. It is going to be on a collaboration on the channel, so keep an eye out for that one. Ronnie Edwards, not sure how he started at QPR, but that's a £4 to £5 million deal done. Another player out the door. They want to get more players off the books from what Eckert is saying today. They do want to thin out the squad. Still no links for Aribo or a Dozy. No links at all. What is happening with either of those two players? Could Adam Armstrong be the next one out the door? But he is one. He's not the Championship's top goal scorer no more. He slipped down that pecking order, but he still has 11 goals. this season, 32 appearances in all competitions, and at 28 years old, if Saints were to get a really big bid for him, what will they do? I'm really intrigued. I'm pretty sure they'll get a bid for him. The fact that there's loads of speculation around him speaks that his agent could be busy. Joel Pirro, he wants to stay at Leeds. I was watching another Leeds fan channel today. FC Twente interested. Ipswich Town are also very interested in Joel Pirro, but he apparently wants to stay at Leeds. He's had no opportunities at all. Taylor Harwood-Bellis, all that speculation around him a week ago. I don't see anything materialising. Burnley have signed James Ward-Prowse today on loan. The worst, I don't know if you've not seen it. If you haven't seen it, go and look at it. The reveal for James Ward-Prowse at Burnley was absolutely shocking. On the carousel now, you've got the transfer centre for each of the clubs. Good business being done at Ipswich Town. Dan Neal signed on loan yesterday from Sunderland. Great bit of business there. Manetti as well has gone in for £3 million, attacking midfielder. Done some very good business so far, and they're looking to add to they're serious. They are serious about what they're doing. Middlesbrough, all their transfer business on the right side as well. Jeremy Samiento, I think he was at Ipswich before, Brighton and Hove Albion winger. They've got him in on loan. They seeming to want to do a bit of business. But again, a lot of these clubs, not loads of incomings or outgoings. You can see, again, at Coventry City, not loads of business being done. Everybody seems fairly quiet at the moment. Give me all your thoughts to such a quiet transfer window so far. Saints has been very, very quiet in incomings. But I'm pretty sure we will land somebody, you would think, at some stage. Birmingham City, the busiest club in the window, by the way. Spending a bit of money as well. So, yeah, they're definitely going to have a push in the second part of the season. They obviously want to kick on. Wrexham are in the playoffs for the first time this championship campaign. And they're starting to look really, really good. And could they tempt Adam Armstrong to go in there? Right, let's come back to your chat. Get some of your thoughts as we go along. If we get Aribo out, basically that doubles our wage budget. Yeah, he's like one of the highest earners. That's for sure. What else do we have? Somebody said we may struggle to meet his wages. I'm not sure which player we were speaking about there, Paul. Sorry, I missed that, my friend. A lot of loans you can do, like a 50-50 where you pay 50% of the wages. Who do you think Saints should sign in the striker position? I quite like the thought of Joel Pirro. I think he'd be a good option, but it doesn't look like he wants out from Leeds, so it's going to be difficult to get him in if he doesn't want to go anywhere. I think it's a tough market. Smodic looks like he's available, but it's a bit like a like for like with him and Armstrong. I think Armstrong's probably the better of the two players. I don't know what you guys think about that. Get involved in the chat. Give me your thoughts. Would you prefer Smodic or Armstrong? I think I prefer Armstrong, if I'm honest. I think he will start firing again. He always does. I know he's having a bit of a dry spell. Sterling is available. That's a good point. I think that was the comment you come back to a minute ago. Sterling is available and he's open to go anywhere. If he stays in London, he's based in. I don't see him coming down here, but fantastic signing for someone. He's got a lot to prove and he needs to get his career back on track. Really, what a waste of a career as it is. But are we the most attractive club to come to at the moment? Yeah, he moves around clubs. Is quite ridiculous. I agree with that. He has jumped around a lot. Yeah, he has jumped around clubs. He'd go wherever, like you say, where there's a big packet. Still want the Echo to be reaching out to. I think today, Adam Blackmore's tweet. Well, yeah, I get what you're saying. Adam Blackmore is getting firmer and firmer with his questions. He's in his tweets actually as well. I read his tweets today. He was talking about the striker situation. If Saints were, I don't know where his tweet is. I should read you his tweet. I shouldn't quote it without reading it really. The Going Home with Adam and Joe the other day was really good. If you haven't listened to it, I would recommend listening to it. That's after the South Coast Derby on Saturday. Like I said, so glad that game's over. He went on to say about Adam Armstrong, the reality is if Saints were to get a silly offer, i.e. 15 million plus for Armour, I'd be saying take it, but only on the provision that we replaced him with someone who can also score goals. He said, Blackmore, this is what he said, the problem is I don't trust the people in charge to buy the right player to replace him. So he's basically saying he doesn't trust the people in charge to make the right decision on the incomings. And yeah, I think that's pretty much how every single one of you guys feels in the chat as well. It's been great. It's been great to do this live. I know there's not loads of transfers to talk about, loads of links. It's just really bland and really dry at the moment. It is massively frustrating, but I'm sure it will pick up. Nketiah, I'm not sure that we'll be able to land him. Mid-table is looking more and more certain as the days go by. Other club, I said to a friend of mine the other day, Glenn de the Core, I said to him from Total Saints podcast, do you think they've given up on going back to the Premier League? Have they given up on promotion? And he went on to say to me, no, I can tell you now, they haven't given up on him. So whether he's spoken to someone, I don't know. But he said they haven't given up on going up and being in the mix. They want to be in the mix. Well, if they do, they're going to have to try and sort a striker out. I will be intrigued to see what they do in the final few days. 5 days to the window shuts. Republic won't change their stance on players. Only buy players who have sell-on unless they're free agents. I take Sargent as well, but I don't think he will come to Southampton. It's not an attractive proposition, you wouldn't say, for him now. I think he wants to go and play in America. Interesting one. How is that young lad in League One doing? Mr. Ballard. Doing very, very well indeed. Somebody said we should go get him back. Well, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be too keen on coming back, would he? He's not going to come back. Saints would be making, I'd have to offer them a few quid to bring him back. There's no option to bring him back, unfortunately, but the young boy is doing very, very, very well. And it's typical, isn't it? It's so Saints, this is so Saints. Everyone wants to be in the top, but not all can be. And that is the mega problem, isn't it? To get there is really, really difficult. Look, there's only 7 points in it, but you still need to put a really good run of form together. Starting at Stoke on Saturday, and there's that hangover after the derby. How does Saints bounce back after the derby? We are going to cover that with Ellie on the channel in the next couple of days. Tactic show coming up this week as well. I have started to piece together another tactic show, and it's all around Leo Cienza and what he brings to Saints. I've been wanting to do it for a while after he kind of put himself in the history books of the weekend after scoring against Portsmouth. I still love it. Here's a question. Who was at the South Coast Derby at Fratton Park on Sunday? Get involved in the chat below. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. Disappointed not to be there, but it is what it is, unfortunately. But the people that went said the atmosphere was really, really good. And the videos you've seen, they just look epic. It looks absolutely epic. And yeah, I'm going to chuck in as many away days as I possibly can between now and the next time round to make sure I'm in with a chance of getting a ticket, because they're the big games you don't want to miss out on. That is for sure. What do we have? Just go back to some of your chat. Get your comments in the comments box below. Going to be live for the next 5 minutes or so before we wrap up this show this evening. Like I say, just that big story around Adam Armstrong creating a lot of interest. A lot of interest, they're saying. Wrexham and the latest one, Middlesbrough, surprised by the Middlesbrough one. Are they looking for their Billy Sharp? Like we went and got Billy Sharp, brought him in, fired us to the Premier League, and then we binned him off. Could they do the same with Adam Armstrong? But he is from that neck of the woods. Does he want to go home? It looks like he is wanting a new challenge. What else did we have today from the press conferences? I think we've covered everything, really. He did reflect Eckert on the draw at the weekend, because a lot of people were saying it was a bad result. A lot of people were saying it was a good result. They had a massive amount of injuries. And he said that he felt that we were the strongest side and didn't really take full control. For 80 minutes, he said it was clearly us. Derbies are difficult, and mindset and quality. Yeah, I think pretty much the same, really. But you need to go and kill the game off. We should be winning that game with what we got at our disposal, in my opinion. That's it. Nothing he really said about Armstrong, really. He just said he's an excellent player, getting himself into great positions, battered it off, really. He just wouldn't commit to that one. So, yeah, no shock whatsoever. Right, final few of your comments in the last 4 minutes or so. Big shout out to our sponsors, DNS Carpets, who do sponsor this show. They sponsor loads of our content on the channel. One of our partners this season, DNS Carpets. And also massive shout out to Quackers down in Southampton if you're looking to go and watch any sport in the city. It's a real family restaurant, well worth popping down there. So massive shout out to both of our sponsors. What's it with football fans and drinking? Yeah, I'm the opposite. I'm not sure what your name is, but yeah, I don't drink when I go to football. Doesn't interest me. Not for everyone. Like I guess I'm creating football content. Doesn't really bother me. For me, it's all about going and enjoying it with my family. I'm just not into alcohol at all. Dan said the best carpets in the land. They are DNS Carpets on the Isle of Wight. If you need your carpet or need some new carpet, get it down to DNS Carpets. They are behind Dunham Mill. If you've not been there before, they're absolutely fantastic. Dave, Sam and his team are the best. What do we have? Call it for me, Martin. Is it worth going up to a rainy Stoke on Saturday, or do I stay at home? I have a ticket also. Do they deliver? I'm sure they fancy the holiday, Paul. Yeah, go to Stoke, not go to Stoke. I have a ticket. I'm just looking at hotels because I think I'm going to have to go and stay overnight. I'm going to get myself up there the night before, I think. But I will probably go because I want to report on it and cover it if I can. And watch the game. I want to go and see how we react after the derby and see what sort of performance they throw in. Broya at Burnley with Ugachukwu and now Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse is going to have a second relegation on his CV, isn't he? That is for sure. Sam is in the live. We should raid Newcastle for Yamal. I think he'd be a really good centre-back. He's experienced leader. Also think that we should look at Ozula on loan. He's a big player with a big potential. I'm not seeing loads of him, I've got to be honest, but I will take a look at some of his clips after you've said that. But yeah, there's no links with anybody, is there, striker-wise? Justin said that Blackmore is correct. He doesn't think Republic will get it right. I kind of feel that they've made a lot of mistakes when it comes to bringing players in. And the old Broya word, he's not the same player. He's had way too many injuries. Gary was saying, I was at the shed on Sunday. What did you think of the atmosphere, Gary? Be interested to get your thoughts on it. Mike's in the live. Hope you're well, my friend Mike. Be good. Trip Martin, fancy the win. See you there. Mike's heading up to the game. What time are you setting off, Mike? What time are you leaving Southampton? I think for me, living where I do, I need to travel overnight, just get myself ahead of the game. That is for sure. I'm not just going to take that one off. Mike, have you been cycling at all, mate? I have been on the turbo this week. And do you know what I did buy today randomly? I just put it out there. I bought a dartboard for playing a bit of darts. Me and the missus are playing a bit of darts at the moment, something to do. There's one at work and I quite enjoy playing darts. We've got a dartboard. We had to get some dart streams going at some stage. You're going on the 6:40 coach. God, it's an early start for you, Mike. I will see you up there. I will look out for you, my friend. I will be up there. Ellie's going. Charlie's going. I'll be catching up with them as well. I'm sure Chris and Chloe will be there as well. Have you seen the videos of the Northern Fan Zone limbs? Oh, yeah, they were absolutely superb. Really, really good. Really, really good limbs and absolutely what you want to see, isn't it? Superb stuff. Superb stuff. Right, that wraps everything up. Will Adam Armstrong still be a Saints player come Tuesday morning? With the transfer window shut on Monday, we will cover it all between now and deadline day. Any stories that break, anything that comes along, keep an eye on my pages. Well worth going and give my Facebook page a follow and my X page a follow. I get the odd little tip off every now and then. It's a rarity, but I do. Make sure you go follow that Facebook page because I am dropping out stories on there all the time. You can get involved in that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Content coming galore. all the time. And yeah, I hope you have a good end to the week. We are pretty much past the halfway point, aren't we? Thank God for that. I'll be glad once we get to the weekend. Right, I want to thank my sponsors, DNS Carpets and Quackers. And if you're interested in sponsoring the channel, make sure you get in touch. And I want to shout out every single one of my members and patrons. They're all thanked at the end of this video. Take care, and I'll see you soon.